Okay, Dan, little before and after from our session today, mate. So we'll just get the pressure pad a little bit bigger there. So you know, we're working on when we reach the end point or the end of the trace, loading and unloading. Right, loading and exploding. Right, we load in the back foot as we go back, and then we want to explode in the front foot as we start down. Right, and by the time our left arm is parallel with the ground on the way down, I'll do that in green. Right, by the time our left arm's parallel with the ground on the way down, we want that white dot, the center of pressure, to be all the way on the lead foot. Right, so you can see we load in our back foot, and we're definitely loading, but we're loading too late, right? We don't get to the end of the trace until too late, till the top of the swing. In fact, we're actually pulling the club down, and we're still pushing in the back foot, look. So we've completed our backswing, the club's coming down, but we're still pushing in our back foot. So I'd say there's the top of your swing there, 70% in the back foot. We start pulling it down, 72%, 73%. Yeah, and you can see by halfway down there, the left arm parallel with the ground, we want the centre of pressure all the way to the lead foot, and you're stuck in your back foot. So here's the model that we use, which is Ryan Palmer, and you can see he goes back. The bias is a little bit more in the heel, right? That's why it's going down a little bit. That's the back heel, and he gets to the end of the trace there, halfway back, look, right? And then, as the club's completing the backswing, the pressure starts to settle in the lead foot. So you see he's getting off his back foot, starts settling in the lead foot as he gets to the top of the swing. And then to start the downswing, he explodes in the lead foot. So that's the key bit. You've got to get to the tray, you've got to get to the end of the trace faster in the back foot. Start settling in the lead foot. That's why you see the white dot move forward, look, right? And then you explode in the lead foot there, halfway down. And then by the time the left arm is parallel with the ground on the way down, that's called P5, you can see the white dot, the centre of pressure, is all the way to the end of the trace. Right, he actually gets there earlier than that, look. I mean, his left arm's only there. I mean, it's way before P5 that he gets to the end of the trace, look, right? So an early front foot push-off, that's the name of the game. Right, now this is all to do with you not moving your hips forward enough, right? So you see there's your hips, kind of go back, and you can see your right hip and your right leg kind of go outside that line a little bit, so there's a bit of sway. And then as we start down, just the hips are not moving forward enough, right? So you drill, right? Your drill, I'm going to get rid of those yellow lines. Your drill was starting with the weight a bit more forward, so now you've got your weight, look, when you start, you've got your weight, before the club even moves, you've got the weight a bit more forward, which gets 56% of the pressure in your front foot. You push down a little bit more to get it 62%, right? And then you've got somewhere to go, and you see that a lot. You see a little forward press with the front foot, and then they'll start loading in the back foot. Now here's the key bit. You get to the end of the trace there, halfway back, P3, right? Also a bit more in the heel, 77% in the heel, right there, look. So that's good. And then I think you nailed it with what you said. We want a 1 and a 2, right? And you want that 2 sooner. So you see, if the emphasis now, if we've got into the back foot, we loaded up sooner, now the emphasis has got to be on the front foot, so you start to settle in your front foot by the club gets to the top. That's why the white dot moves forward a little bit. And then we're exploding in the front foot. Boom! All that pressure's in the front toes and the heel there, 94% in the toes, right? And we're not even halfway down, and now we've got all the pressure into the front foot. That's why you see so many of them jump off the ground now as the club comes down through impact, because they've already pushed down so hard and so early at the start of the downswing. Good.